that as the body began to detox via fasting and herbs and what have you, we begin to detox. And that detox pulls out things that are in our body that want to and need to come out. So apparently, I have some mucus, and it's weird that I would have some mucus, being as, yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see it. Never mind, I can see it. So my body is trying to release the mucus that is in it. That's fine and dandy, but when I tell you, it is taking me through, because I'm the type that if I get a cold or flu or mucus is trying to release, I get nosebleeds, and it's because my cavity is dry. So I've just put coconut oil in there. I don't have any Vaseline, so that's all I was able to use. So excuse me if I look weird, but I did not want to document how I feel at this moment. I obviously I still have some strength, but just weak from having to cough or blowing my nose, you know, your normal cold-like symptoms. And so that is right now the weirdest part, and I'm like, oh, this always happened to me when I change up a routine in my dietary intake. So when I first started going vegan back this year in February, I caught a cold, and it was so annoying. It was like my body is like refusing to accept things, and I just fight through it because I know there's a breakthrough in it. And so I don't give in and I don't worry about it. I just let my body detox. I give my body plenty of fluids. Right now, I'm going to make me a juice. So follow with me while I make me a juice and we talk about it some more. So I typically, even when I'm working, I typically like to batch juice whatever I'm gonna have for that day. And I wake up pretty early to do that and to work out. This is on like work days. But if I don't wake up early and batch juice, I actually would do that on the night before. But I did not want to do it last night. Again, congested, irritated, and whatnot. So I did it. And that usually takes me a little longer, but yay. It only takes just a couple of seconds longer because I can never find the turn dial part. But anyhow, I'm going to do right now a celery juice. I have celery, I have some pineapple that I cut up, maybe about 3 wedges of that, 2 green apples, and I have a bundle here of spinach. And I will put coconut milk in my glass jar that I'm going to drink. And being as I'm going to drink this first and not take it as a to-go, I'm not going to put it in a large container. So that's about 1/3, I think. I'll be getting measurements wrong. It's less than half a mason jar. And this here is a 10-ounce mason jar, or 2 cup mason jar. So I'm gonna already put my coconut milk in water into that. And as you notice, I have some orange things here. I do like to do 2 different juices, vegetable juices, in case I need to replenish myself. And I do believe that, like, when you're fasting, you should not jump right into eating such harsh foods, and that's where it causes irritable bowel syndrome and digestive problems, even bloating and gas. So if you're doing alternate day fasting, you really have to pay attention, more so for the day after. The day after is even more important than the day of fasting. It is. So I like to give my body what it needs first: electrolytes, minerals, enzymes. And some people might say, well, I can take a supplement for that. That's true. You can go ahead and do what works for you. I prefer to put in like real ingredients in my body. I can buy a stalk of celery, 2 apples, and a pineapple cheaper, and 1 bundle of spinach cheaper. I keep saying cheaper than I can a whole container of vitamins. And who knows sometimes what's in those vitamins. I mean, whew, they just put too much of everything in everything. And that's not to say that it's not good to take them, because some of them are vegan vitamins, and so they are pretty good. And take them, you know what I mean? So I just did 2 wedges of that. And my hopper here, sometimes I can open it up and it still continue to go, where I can add in the rest of my ingredients. And so I'm done with the green juice. That's how quick and simple that was. And I'll let it go. It will fill this up to the whole juice bar, and it might allow me to have an extra one of these. That's really good. If it does, you will learn to adjust to the amount of juice that you need. So some people think that it's a little more expensive to eat fruits and vegetables. Granted, yes, I think that America is getting game to us vegans and vegetables and fruits, and yes, they are bringing the price of these things up. You know, why would they not? Everybody needs to make money, right? Woo, goodness. So what I do, make sure that if I'm trying to stick to a budget, let's just say I'm buying $75. That's my budget, right? $75. Well, what I'll do is I will make sure that I create a staple for fruits and vegetables and whatever I'm going to eat, a staple for that week. And I will stick with it. Like, I'll write it out. I will figure out what type of recipe I want to use. Okay? Because after all, planning is very important when you are on a budget. If you go in the grocery store and you haven't planned out your meals, you're just gonna grab random ingredients, right? And I think I shared on an old Instagram account that I had, like clear jars of things that I have in them. And that helps me a lot too, to have these clear jars with my food in it, certain foods, my staple foods. And I won't overshop. Because how many times have we actually gone to the grocery store and we don't remember if we actually have that in the pantry? Me, okay. So the key to that is simply just going ahead. I think I want to add a lime in this green juice. I've already washed these, so I'm going to peel just a little bit of it so it don't have a hard time going through. It's green. So what I told a friend of mine is, you know, she's like, what best recipes? You know, use the recipes that you find appeasing to your taste buds. Do use more vegetables than fruit. You don't want to end up having some kind of too much sugar. Not sugar, but I guess you would say fructose in your juice. And fructose comes from fruit. Fruit are natural. They're fine. Seeded fruit was given to us. But what I do like to do is give my body the veggies, because veggies are what replenish cells. Okay, if you had like a diabetes like me, I had diabetes, and I'm probably pre-diabetic now because I kind of went off of my regimen for some months because I was right at those pre-diabetes numbers, not diabetic. And so with that said, I'm not going to put the complex sugars in my diet more than my vegetables, okay, if that makes sense. You're going to use the fruit to kind of just get rid of that bitter taste. And a lot of people say the bitter the better, you know, as far as you getting in the minerals. And I get why they would say that. I think it's time for me to drain this because I'm getting a lot of juice. Yeah, it was. Okay. So I'm gonna let it go now. Yeah, I was getting a lot of juice in there. So basically, what you want to do is you want to have those greens in there. And so my green of choice was the spinach here and the celery. And I just highlighted it with a little bit of green apple and pineapple. Less fruit than vegetable. And for my orange juice, I got my carrots. And I have more carrots in here than I have wedges, or let's just say oranges, okay? Then I have my beet as a vegetable too. And then the apples here is pretty good. They have a lower sugar index, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, okay? But yes, that's how I break my fast, with something that's easier to digest. And to be honest with you, most of us who break a fast, we're lit sometimes. Let me stop. I'm gonna rewind it. I can't say most of us because I just started this. I've noticed in the past 3 times I have actually juiced. Look at that, that's pretty. I've actually juiced. I'm not really that hungry. Let's start that up. I'm not really that hungry once I get ready to break my fast. I think it's a mindset thing for myself, and I recognize that, and that's okay, all right? And so for me to break my fast with some fruits and vegetables in my body, I think it replenishes anything that I have lost in my fasting. That's good. I really get that strongness from the celery because that was a lot of celery. And if you're a celery person, that works for you. I'm not, but because I broke it with the other ingredients, it's all good. And so, of course, this will help with all the nasal and the congestion and the things that's going on right now in my body. But like I said, sometimes we like to eat when we get a cold or a flu or some kind of upper respiratory thing. Allow your body to, well, Dr. Price said, allow your body, I believe that's who said this, and if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. Allow your body to go ahead and go through its detox, rid itself. Just do the fasting, drink plenty of fluids, hydrate your body, coconut water, hydrate your body with things with no to little sugar, with natural things that has potassium and all that good sources. And what I notice is a lot of people go toward Pedialyte and Gatorades and Powerades. Those things are filled with sugar, number 1, and chemically induced, number 2. And what you want to do is give yourself natural things to hydrate. Water, teas, not coffee. Waters, coffee can dehydrate you. Waters, teas, ginger, turmeric juices, juiced, coconut water, those things. Buying the juices from the store, if the